Hello students. Today we will see chapter 14 simple past tense means saral bhutkal. Let us read first step. Read the following paragraph. So let us read the paragraph. The principal was on a round of the school. There was pin drop silence everywhere. No one was out in the corridors. Suddenly a loud scream was heard. The principal was surprised. All the students came out to see what had happened. Suddenly, everyone noticed a monkey coming out of the toilet. Let us read the sentences given in the box. Notice the underlined words. All these words show an action that happened in the past. The verbs that relate the work done in the past are in past tense. Students, it says that words here which is in underlined like was heard, was surprised, noticed. These words show some action which happened in the past. Also, students, I would tell you the verbs that relate the work done in past also is called in past tense. Next, we will learn uses of simple past tense. Let us read number 1. Relates actions that were completed recently. Completed recently means just now. So let us see in example. Maina and Myra just finished their dinner. Rohit left for his office an hour ago. Students, here we saw in example just finished, left for his office an hour ago. It shows the work is done in past, but it is done recently, means just now. Number 2, used for actions that have already been completed in the distant past. Distant past means earlier, which had happened earlier, or the work which is done earlier. So let us see in example. Shah Jahan built the Taj Mahal in the memory of his beloved wife Mumtaz Mahal. The British ruled India for more than 200 years. Students, here given the example, it shows the work is done earlier. And we have heard or we have read in the book or have heard in the storytelling of elders that Shah Jahan built the Taj Mahal in the memory of his beloved wife Mumtaz Mahal. And earlier, our India was ruled by British, but now we are in freedom. So, these works were done earlier. Next, we will see page 77. Structure of simple past tense. Means how to structure the sentence in simple past tense. Let us see number 1, positive statements. How to make sentence in positive statements. So, the formula is given here, subject plus second form of the verb. Second form means the base form of the second verb. Second verb, like here example, let us see. I went to the beauty parlor in the morning. Mummy baked a cake on my birthday last month. Here, I is subject and went is second form of the verb. For went, the base form of the verb is go. So, the second form comes went. And baked, for baked, base form of the verb is bake. So, in second form of the verb comes baked. Number 2, negative statements. Let us see here. Formula is given. Subject plus did not plus root form of the verb. Root form of the verb means main form. Main verb. Base form of the verb means first verb. Example, I did not enjoy the food at the restaurant. Maharana Pratap did not submit in front of the Mughals. Here, I comes subject, then we have to write did not enjoy. It is base form of the verb, means first verb, root form of the verb. Then the other is complement. And Maharana Pratap, it is subject, then we have to write did not submit. It is base form of the verb. Number 3, interrogative statements. Let us see formula. Did plus subject plus root form of the verb. Root form of the verb, I told you, means base form of the verb. Means main verb, first verb. Example, did Raja leave early for office? Did you watch the news? Here, we have to write first did, then subject Raja leave. It is base form of the verb. Here also did, then subject, then root form of the verb, or we say first verb. Let us read what is given in note. Two verbs in past form cannot be put together. Means, students, in one sentence, in a sentence, we cannot write two verbs in past form. Like example, here we can see I was slept when the phone rang. This sentence is incorrect because here two verbs are there in past form, like slept, rang. It is incorrect. The correct sentence will be I was sleeping when the phone rang. Next, the second form of the verb cannot be used with did. Here students, in the sentence, we cannot use second form of the verb with did because did is already in past. Let us see an example. I did not went for the concert. In this sentence here, did and went both comes in past. So therefore it is incorrect because did also comes in past and went also. So for it to correct, let us see the correct answer. I did not go to the concert. When we write in the sentence did, the verb will follow for it first verb, means base form of the verb. So here, instead of went, here we can see go. Next, page 78. Formation of verbs in simple past tense. Here we will learn how to form the verbs in simple past tense. Number 1. We usually add ed to most verbs to change their form. Means, when we change the verbs in simple past tense, we have to write in base form of the verb ed. We have to add ed. Let us see example here. Open. This is root form of the verb. So we have added, or it is added ed. So the word became opens. Laugh. Here it is added ed. So the word became laughed. Look. It is added ed. Then it became looked. So when we add ed, it comes in past tense. Number 2. For verbs that end with e, we just add d. Means when the verb ends with E, we have to add only D. Like example, smile. Already E is given, just here it is added D. So word became smiled. Sees. Here E is there, so there is added D, so the word became seized. Number 3. For verbs that end with a single syllable, we double the last letter and add ed. Students, I would tell you the simple form that when a verb ends with a consonant and before it when vowel is there, then we have to double the consonant and add ed. Let us see in example. You'll skip. P means it is single syllable, or we can say it is consonant and before it is vowel. So we have to double P, the word P. So it is doubled and added ed. So the word became skipped. Drop. Here P consonant, O is vowel. So double P and then added ed, dropped. Clap. P is consonant and A is vowel. So we have to write double P and then here added ed. So the word became clapped. Number 4. For verbs that end with Y, we replace the Y with I and add ed. Students, when the verb ends with Y, we have to replace the word Y with I and add ed. Like example here, cry. We have to remove Y and write I, then add ed. So the word will be cried. Try. Y, we have to replace it and write I and add ed. So the word will be tried. Fry. I, here in the place of Y, we have to write I, then add ed. So the word will be fried. Number 5. Some verbs do not conform to any rule. These are called irregular verbs. Means some of the verbs are no rule. Means they do not follow any rule. So the verb which do not conform any rule, that is called irregular verbs. Like here it is given in example, go, then it has no rule. Go, then went. Just we cannot understand how it has changed in past tense. It has no rule. So these verbs are called irregular verbs. Drink, drank. Run, ran. Sleep, slept. Eat, ate. Keep, kept. See, saw. Write, wrote. Do, did. So students, we have completed the chapter. I think you understood the chapter, what I explained to you. But I advise you to read once again and go through the chapter thoroughly and try to understand it. Students, I have given you in homework of page 79, exercise 1. You have to fill the blanks with the simple past tense of the verbs given in the box. Students, here already answer is given in the box. Just you have to choose correct answer and fill the blanks in the sentences. So we end our class here. Thank you.